how are you? No, really. I want to know, how are you? See, today, in today's world, we get that question, how are you? But nobody really wants to hear the answer, do they? Most of the time, it's disingenuous. And we speak words that we don't mean. And this happens over and over and over again. The power of our words, the power of what comes through us to form vibrational sound, is part of the throat chakra. Whenever we speak anything out of our throats that isn't genuine, that isn't true, it actually creates a type of imbalance in our body, a sickness in our body. Whenever we swallow down the words that we really want to say, if it's not intended to hurt someone else, but intended to speak your own truth, we're inflicting sickness on ourselves. And when we inflict sickness on ourselves, we inflict it on the world. So it is your absolute responsibility, once you learn the importance of your word, to bring healing to yourself and to others. Keeping in mind, you don't want spoken to you what you don't want to speak to others. So if you're going to be really hurtful and harsh to someone else, but don't expect that in return, that's not logical. So whatever you are going to express, ensure that what comes from your mouth or that you type on your phone, which is a form of speaking, these are all things that you need to feel real sure about and stop and remember, is this coming from a place of fire or is this coming from a place of heart? If you're coming from the heart, the green chakra, I should have brought it out. If you're coming from the heart, you can't go wrong with this, no matter what happens. And yeah, I match my clothes to the chakra that I'm going to be working on. So today's topic is the throat chakra. It's this kind of bluey color here. I'm not quite exact, but you know, in that range, that kind of light blue color. And it has got to be one of the least talked about chakras, I believe. And I want to talk more about it and the importance of it in this video. Stay tuned. So I challenge you guys to put in the comments below, speak, how are you? Tell me, how are you? Really though, I want to know. Not I'm good, but you're not good. If you're not good, say you're not good. If you're having challenges, say you're having challenges. If you're having a phenomenal day, great. Tell me about it. I want to hear from you, because what happens is we watch, but we don't speak. We hold up some sort of barrier there, and that keeps us in such a disconnection from each other. And the idea behind this experience is to learn how to connect with each other and exchange ideas, exchange thoughts, and be allowed to have different thoughts than somebody else. And if you're like me, I was raised to be seen but not heard. I come from, you know, a very traditional Italian background, and it was just the way they were raised. That's how they were raised. Till you know better, you don't do better. So if that happened to you, that's fine. You can overcome those things. I used to always get illnesses with my throat. It was always like I would lose my voice so many times. And I learned later in life, I kept getting sick and losing my voice for weeks on end, week on end, 2 weeks on end, laryngitis. It was a reflection of me being afraid to not be loved if I spoke my truth. And I hope that you guys have not experienced this, but if you have, know that you're not alone. Many of us are out there with the same experience. And I have to say, this YouTube channel doesn't have anybody speaking back to me and telling me what I can and cannot say. If you have difficulty sharing your voice, if you've got difficulty in feeling comfortable, write it out and go by anonymous if you don't want to put any stigma behind what you're saying. But get your thoughts and your feelings down on paper, on computer, or vocally. So many YouTubers now don't even put their face up on screen. I'm like a strange anomaly that I do this. But whatever it takes for your beliefs, for your thoughts, for the jewel of whatever it is that you have to share in this world, because we all have something to share here. Those are the things you need to embrace. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the ins and outs of this, okay, you guys? Because I think this is a topic not talked about enough. I want to talk to you about how else throat chakra blockages can affect your life or somebody that you love's life. If somebody is suffering from depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, sometimes people put on a brave face and they look like they're all self-esteemy, but they're not. They're actually suffering from low self-esteem. So if you are finding that either yourself or someone close to you has this, it's going to worsen by not being able or being allowed to express those feelings. I know for me, I had so much blockage. My anxiety was so high. I would have routine panic attacks all the time. And this channel has literally saved my life. I cannot tell you how relieving it is for me to come on here and share my beliefs and share my thoughts with you guys. And it literally is better than any of the medication they gave me, because I have the chance to be myself. Where when you're in certain circles, you can't, right? Like, you can't be yourself. You know you're going to get judged. It's just a thing. And so where depression comes in is not only that we can't speak, but that we're not listened to. We're not heard. We're vibrating out and nobody is bouncing with us. No one's playing with us in our thoughts. And that has got to be one of the biggest gaps in our world, is our inability to listen to others without judgment and allow other people to have things that they like and don't like. They like a certain kind of food you don't like? Great. You learn something about each other. It's not you have to like, you don't like this? Why don't you like it? Why are you making everybody like what you like? Why are you making me like what I don't like? Why? But I'll listen to you. You want to jump off, do bungee jumping? Well, I'm scared of heights, so I'm not doing that. But tell me about your adventure. I would love to hear about it. What's it like? These are some of the reasons that we're even here, is so that some of the things that we don't like or can't experience or haven't done, we're here to listen to other people who have. The more you listen, 2 ears, 1 mouth, the more you can absorb information. And I'm talking about all kinds of information. You can learn online, you can learn from people around you, whatever it takes. But that means you also have to go forward with your voice. You have to find it. You have to find your voice inside you. I'll put it this way. And broadcast it loud and clear. What do you believe in? Find out what your core beliefs are. And if you love doing comedy, if you like to do poetry or read poetry, if you like to sing, even if you sound terrible. When I go out for my walks, you guys, I seriously look around for a second just so I don't hurt anyone's ears. And whatever song's on there, usually some Celine Dion song or something like that. that's way too like hard to sing. I'll belt it anyway. And it does relieve something in there. Working, it's a muscle to work. And I spend a whole bunch of time by myself. I'm super hermited. You wouldn't think that about me. People don't realize, like, I spend all my time alone. This is often the only time I speak during the entire day, is talking to you guys. Because I'll go and do my meditation, I'll go for my walks, I'll take in information, and I'll go out maybe once or twice a week, but that's it. And I'll keep my voice for you guys, my thoughts for you guys. It doesn't matter how often, as long as what you say you mean. Whenever you say something really that you mean, don't you feel like a release from that? Now, it can be in an empowered way without being mean. You can do that. But I want to talk to you guys about some other strategies that can help you with unblocking the throat chakra. Okay, let's do it. First, slow down your speech. One thing I noticed when I really was suffering from a lot of anxiety was I had pressured speech. I would speak to people in a panic when they were hearing me just a little bit because I couldn't believe it and I wanted to get my thoughts out and I wanted to talk really fast and I wanted to... The most effective way to be heard is to center yourself, slow down, and speak. And if somebody interrupts you, you can just politely say, would you give me a moment just to finish my thought? And I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Like, you can do it in a nice way, but slow down. That's number one. We're going to do 7, okay? So the first one is that. The next one is figure out and write down what you are unconsciously stuffing down. What is getting stuffed on down in there? Because I'll tell you what, it affects your body. I was heavy all my life because I had stuffed down all of my feelings. I wasn't even an overeater. But if you unconsciously stuff things down and you aren't ever allowing yourself to speak your truth or speak your thoughts, me being around people who are highly triggering, narcissistic individuals who had no interest in what I had to say, that should have been a clue, but it wasn't because that's all I had known. If that's the case, if you've got people around you that don't listen to you, at least listen to yourself until you can find your way around that. By starting to write down your homework, write down what are you unconsciously stuffing down into you that you need to voice. Even if you need to voice upset that you have from a parent that's passed, write it down and you can burn it even afterwards. You don't have to have it hang around you. You have to release all of it, you guys. There's no way around hiding from feelings, okay? Number 3 goes into journal writing, therapy, and meditation. So in meditation, you will be able to clarify your thoughts. Journal writing can release those, and speaking to a therapist or a really good friend, someone who's a good listener, is also the other avenues. Those are the 3 best ways to get started at this. I think it's some of the best. Those are 3. Moving your physical body, whether that be through yoga or if you need to receive attention, save up for a massage, because getting that service done or something like that, it feeds you some nutrition to your soul where you feel like you're getting something. Because I used to just think I wasn't worth it. I wasn't worth a massage. I wasn't worth sitting down and doing yoga. I mean, what? I went to the ocean today and I did yoga in front of the water by myself listening to meditation music. Didn't cost me anything, doesn't cost you anything. You guys can do these kinds of things. We're going to continue with this list because it's pretty cool. So there's some techie things you can try. These are just a little out there, but you can try. There's blue light therapy. There's different kinds of energy medicine to try. Those are some kind of on the fringe things to try if you wanna. Maybe you even want to experiment with like hypnosis. Make sure it's with somebody with a good centered heart, with good intentions, because that also can be something you don't want to dabble into if it's not a good intended person. And you might want to look into putting around you the color of cyan or a light blue or light blue crystals. Anything that can ground you in the color that reminds you of what your goal is. I suggest, my big suggestion as we run through these chakras, since there's 7 of them, conveniently, 7 days of the week, my suggestion is to bring in this as one of your days of the week focuses. I meditate on a different chakra system per day, and then I blend them together. So we often forget this guy. If you can start meditating and focusing in on that, which we're going to be doing here shortly, for 5 minutes, because we're on the 5-minute train now, we're getting better at this. We're going to be doing a 5-minute meditation. And then the last thing I want to say for something to try is to write your own song and try to go for a walk. And even if you can get a little melody going with it, like read it and see if you can come up with a little something. We all have artistry in us. Write a song, even write it about your blocked throat chakra, whatever it takes. Or you can take whatever song you know the words to or can read the lyrics to, and take yourself in a space where you can belt that song out with all your feeling and all your emotion and not care if anybody hears you sing. Some people use the shower. That's fine. You can do that. Or you can go in nature and do it, which is awesome. Wakes up the birds, but that's okay. Those are all tools for you to use for getting these 7 ideas to unblock your chakras, your throat chakra, so that you can relieve yourself of whatever anxieties, depressions, panics that you could be feeling that could be related to that. Other physical symptoms are all in there too. Migraines, muscle pain, arthritis. Not saying that's curable with it, but you can definitely relieve the tensions in your body by relieving the throat chakra. Okay, we're going to cover one more thing and then we'll go into meditation. So I just want to round this out to remind you all the physical things that can happen to you. We talked about things that, but physically, if you've got issues around your throat chakra, your creativity will block. So it's really important that you release this because we're creative beings. We're here to create. And obviously your communication is going to go. So you need to look at this, you guys. So if you have throat chakra problems, physical symptoms can come up like thyroid problems, sore throats like I had constant sore throats, and I lost my voice a bagazillion times. Hearing difficulties, because it's all connected, right? And definitely, like I said, you guys understand the power of even like stones, or even if you want to paint a stone this color and hold it. The color is super powerful, and we're going to use, I'm going to hold this today, use this little fluffy thing because I think it looks like a voice speaking. So we're going to use this today for our meditation. And in these meditations, I want you to focus in on this area. I want you to, in your mind, try to remember the tune of a favorite song or some of your favorite songs, and I want you to internally, or if you can even, sing it or speak Om out your mouth. Om is one of the most powerful vibrations that you can do. So in this meditation, to practice using our voice, I'm going to try to Om it out for 5 whole minutes. You guys can Om along with me, and if we Om together, the resonance that gives the universe, big. It's big, okay? And don't forget to work on your breath work. I was so blocked, I couldn't even take breaths in and out without crying. I mean, when I tell you I couldn't even breathe. If they told me in therapy to take a deep breath in, it would immediately pour tears out. And I'd start to hyperventilate immediately. All of this took so much time to release, but I didn't have any tools. I did it through physical body movement first, and then slowly working out helped me to breathe in and out, because when you're panting, you have to. So all of these things help me. But if you guys have any questions or need any help, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because it really helps the algorithm. And comment below on how you are today, as I asked you to do before. But we're going to get in ready for your meditation, so get comfortable, and we're going to start this for 5 minutes. I'm going to start the timer, and we're going to use the technique of the sound Om. O-H-M, Om. Okay? I said it's O-H-M. I made a mistake. It says O-M on Google. Sorry, you guys. But what does Om chanting do, so that you know that I'm not just taking you down this crazy fairyland? It reduces stress. It reduces anxiety, restlessness, and promotes being calm. Chanting Om also leads to a heightened state of mindfulness. Regular chanting of Om can enhance self-awareness, self-acceptance, and spiritual growth. I shall say no more. I'm going to get the timer ready. Sorry, I had a little aside there, but we're going to get started. Okay, we'll see you in the meditation. Bye for now. Okay, we're up to 5 minutes now. I'll let you know when we're done. I'm going to put this at my throat today, just so that it helps you to visualize. So you could first focus in on the shape in your brain, and then I want you to feel the Om as you say it, if you can release your stress, all right? We're going to do this. Let's go. You could do this 7 days of the week. You can start on Sunday, you can start on Monday, but this is your 5th one. 5 minutes you're up to on meditation. You should be so proud of yourself. Yahoo! Own that out. It's not weird. If you could feel the vibration with the breath inside you, the release. Isn't it magical? Oh, that was so relaxing. Okay, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you. We're going up to the 3rd eye in the next video. Don't miss it. Bye for now.